Good evening, guys. This is Duck Schmuck here, and we are going to talk today about this little lady, the Ruger LCP 380. This actually was one that I had bought for my wife, because obviously my hands are a little big for it, and it has since now become one of my sons. But to tell you the truth, this has been a beautiful, reliable little piece. Nowadays you can get it for half the price of what I did back when these first came out. But still, it's a piece that I can count on. Reliable, dependable, solid. With the poly frame, I mean, it's extremely lightweight, nice and easy to use. I've shot it a number of times, and as I say, with my size of hand, yeah, it looks kind of funny, but for the smaller hand, it says it works quite well. My fingers, I mean, pretty much that's the only one that holds the gun right there, but with the big hands come big strength, so I can handle that. But yeah, this is chambered in 380. It holds 6 rounds in the magazine, which are actually marked, plus you'd technically call 7, 1 in the chamber. Now if you can see here, there's a little gap in the action. Now that reveals just enough of the case so that when the gun is loaded, you can visually inspect to see whether or not a round is in the chamber. Now technically, there are some mechanical safeties, I believe, built into this to help prevent the gun from going off in case it's dropped. However, in the function of the gun itself, to pick up the gun, loaded, ready to use, there is nothing you have to hassle with. No buttons you gotta press, no slides you gotta move. There's nothing fancy about the trigger as far as the inset safeties. It's a matter of you can stick your finger right in there and give that little baby a pull. So, with that being said, let's also take a look at how easy it is to take her down to clean her. Now, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, but what we want to do is, this is the slide release button that we're going to be utilizing. Not to be confused with the slide release lock, which when you push the slide back, you can lock it in the open position. We're going to be using this. Now I have found that in order to take this down, we do have to release the tension on the hammer. So with that being said, my little one-handedness here, as we look inside that gap, we see that there is no round in the chamber. Magazine is out of it, nothing floating around on the inside. So I can safely discharge the hammer. And see, now we have less tension built up on the inside. Now I'm using a little bit of a jeweler's screwdriver here because my fingernails are in bad shape. And basically we're just gonna pop this release out. Nice simple head on it, real easy to work with. In fact, if you look in the hole, there's a spring that holds it in place. That spring works against a detent. You can see right here. Might not be able to see it, but I can feel it just inside the head. Okay, now from that point forward, the slide pulls forward and comes off very easily. From here, it's a matter of we can release the slide spring, and in that amount of easiness, yep, she's she's wanting to be ornery, we can get out the barrel. Or forgive me, I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's not working real well for me, but there we go. And there's our barrel. So for cleaning purposes, very easily get right in there, make sure she's good and clean all the way down, lubricate the barrel itself so that the action against the slide doesn't create wear. You can very easily get into the channels here of the slide as well as on the frame itself to keep it clean. Get on the inside of the frame, get it cleaned up as well. Be able to lubricate the main components very simple, very easily. And reassembly is as simple as when it came apart. Replace the barrel, replace the main slide, which again, remember, I'm doing this one-handed, so this is a challenge. Okay, there we go. And then she will slide right back onto the frame and ready for reassembly. Now again, what I'll do is I'll start this pin. I push down to get that spring out of the way, and then she's part way in. I just make sure she's all the way back when I seat that retaining pin in. And okay, and there we go, fully assembled, ready to roll again. Again, uses a 380 auto round, which is about 1 millimeter shorter than a 9mm. Been a very effective round for self-protection over the decades, and definitely highly recommended. It is a little bit of a workout in your hand. I mean, she'll rock and move on you because of the lightweightness. But you know, I'd rather have a little rock and roll happening in the hand if I've got a bad guy in front of me, instead of oh, this is smooth as all get out, but doesn't have any of the stopping power. So hey, if you want to, I have seen, and I can't wait to see what Black Friday brings this year, but I've seen these down in the 170 range that you can get a hold of them. So it's an excellent little pocket piece. They make some really nice holsters for them. Carry them in the pocket, outside. I think my wallet's bigger than that. So enjoy it if you get a chance to shoot one. Again, Schmuck Duck with the Ruger LCP 380. Have a good day.